Well, welcome to the show.
I don't care. Yeah, whichever side. Whichever side. It don't matter.
I'm Pyro. I'm pretty sure some names are going to pop up pretty soon. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Cripple Pyro, welcome to the show. Yes. It's been a hectic day. Camera equipment not doing what I wanted to do. You know how it is. And this mother effer.
These are freaking. It's like I saw them and I was just like, I don't know. Should I don't know. Fruit Loops and Pop-Tart. I don't know. You know, it's just I didn't know if it would hit right. But they don't really taste like Fruit Loops. It's just really once you open the little bag, it just hits you like Fruit Loops just slaps you right in the face, and you're like, okay, now I can eat. I'm good.
Once you pop it, you can't stop eating.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just wow. They're not good for you at all, but just the fact that I opened it up and it was just like it slapped me with Fruit Loops, and it just continuously smelled like Fruit Loops. It didn't just like, you know, just linger away and then it was done. It was right there, and we're actually pretty good. Pretty damn good. I didn't know. I didn't know they started putting cereal flavors in Pop-Tarts.
They're doing everything, man. They're doing everything.
Yeah, everybody's trying to mix all kinds of crap, and it's just like, I'm okay.
I get that. I get that.
But they're pretty good. They're pretty good just right out the package. I think tomorrow I'm gonna try in the toaster. See if they still got that Fruit Loops.
You eat Pop-Tarts without putting it in the toaster?
Yeah, why not?
Because they're better warm.
I enjoy them either way.
They're enjoyable cold.
Yes, they are.
But
that's
they're
why
better
I did it.
Warm. They're better when they're toasty. They're better when they're toasty.
Yeah.
Toasty.
Yeah. Maybe they are better when they're toasty, but for this particular one, I was fine with it.
You could have been eating milk.
I didn't see. No, I was fine just eating them. I'm not really. No milk with it. I can't do it.
But milk does the body good.
Maybe. Just not with Pop-Tarts. I'm not gonna. No.
Forget the Pop-Tarts,
I don't know why.
man. We're talking Fruit Loops.
I don't know why. Huh?
We're talking Fruit Loops.
Well, you're talking more like the smell of Fruit Loops, not really just Fruit Loops. If it was Fruit Loops, then yeah, but it's Pop-Tarts flavored with Fruit Loops, and it's more like the smell of Fruit Loops.
It's Fruit Loops.
It kind of had me going like maybe I should get milk, but then once I started eating a Pop-Tart, I was like, nah, I don't need milk.
You know, if you had it toasted, you would drink the milk.
No, even if I toasted it, I still wouldn't. No, not me.
You're lactose intolerant. I get it.
No,
you're lactose intolerant.
I could drown some milk.
Sure you could.
I mean,
it's okay.
I can.
Get it.
Kind of why I can knock out this whole bag. Usually, like every day. Well,
without milk,
maybe every other day. Kind of can't
without
have the
milk.
same cereal every goddamn day.
Yeah, you can. Totally
no, because see, I got that, and then I got Lucky Charms, and then we got I think like the Puffs, or whatever.
Okay.
The cheap brand, the knockoff brand, the big fucking $4 bag. That's just cheap. Who cares? I'm not paying for the damn brand. I'm just paying for cereal.
But those cereals are so good. They're so good.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're better when they're better when it's a bigger bag and it's a smaller price. It's even better. Yes.
I don't eat cereal. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I happen to eat cereal almost every other day. If not, then well, it'll be a Pop-Tart or two or some yogurt. So, poof.
The sugar content of that's gonna kill you one day. I'm just saying.
Of what?
Gonna kill you from enjoyment.
Maybe if I was just sitting around all day not doing a damn thing, then yeah.
Let's be realistic.
But
when aren't you just sitting around?
I'm sitting around all the time. Well,
thank you.
Most of the time. However, I am pushing my fucking little bony ass all over the place. And
Is that what you said? You said
I
about sitting
think-
around all day. When
yeah,
aren't you
if I
sitting
was
around?
just let me rephrase that. If I was not moving my body in any fashion all day, then it would become a problem. The sugar content would definitely have a buildup, and then
I don't know,
yeah,
man.
I think
You
it'd
do
be
sit
bad.
around all day long, like.
But I do sit around all day long from here
All
to
day long.
there. I stand up at least once or twice a day, so hey, that works.
Those 3 seconds before you fall on your face don't count.
It's still standing.
If it's
Still
not 4
counts
seconds,
standing.
don't count.
Yeah. Well, it's just the same. 2 or 3 seconds. That's pretty much what she said, and it still counts, so it doesn't matter.
It only counts to you.
Yeah,
Doesn't count to the other person.
Don't care.
We all know you don't. We all know you
Nope.
don't.
Nope.
As long as you get yours is all that matters.
Damn right. God damn right. I mean, who else am I going to worry about? Somebody else? No, worry about me.
Yep.
Worry about me. But then again, being with somebody, you kind of got to worry about somebody else. It's like
2-minute cripple. Your nickname, 2-minute cripple.
nah, that ain't it. Yeah, if we're like standing up on my fucking legs, maybe 2 minutes. Nah, I couldn't even do it for 2 minutes. My legs will buckle. I'll fall flat on my fucking face. It wouldn't be a pretty sight.
Yeah, it would be a pretty sight.
However, I am trying to prolong the standing. So once the wedding comes, it should be. I should be able to.
Do you
Be
use the braces?
You
have the braces still?
No, not the ones I'm going to use. I have to. It's going to require some work because they need to be very, very rigid and hold my legs, and then be able to so that way they can bend really fast, so I can sit back down.
They don't need to be that. They just need to be sturdy enough. They don't need to be like fully rigid.
I mean, I don't. I'm gonna be able to, and I'm gonna take a muscle relaxer or two that should keep my legs at bay. However, I still don't trust them. I don't trust that. The last time I took it, my legs were still kind of. They still had a good shock or two, but I think me standing on them more is slowing it down, which is nice. But I can't do it for. I just can't do it for too long. But I'm still trying to push it to where I can, so that way once it gets to that point, basically all I really need is, hey, you're there, he's there. I don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Because as long as those two don't decide to say, hey, let me just kick a motherfucker, we're good.
That would be funny though.
Yes, it would. But then again, it wouldn't be the first time. So I think.
Please tell me you're recording this.
Yeah, I think right away it would be. I could see her blocking it. I really could.
Just make sure you record this because it'd be funny.
It's going to be basically there is going to be a videographer following her around the entire day.
Okay.
Yep, and then the entire wedding.
Aren't you forgetting something?
What?
The photographer?
Photographers following both. There'll be a photographer for our side since the guys really don't have much to do, but and that's it.
No, I'm just saying she should have both a videographer and a photographer.
No. We got both. It's just
okay.
The videographer will be more for that part, and the photographer will take more of her. Because, I mean, like I said, for our side, it's like what 5-minute thing, maybe have a shot or two, and then poof, we're basically done. They got hair, makeup, all that other shit, and they got to figure that whole thing out, and that's going to take a minute.
Yeah,
I did like her reaction to the size of like their the bridal part, the bridesmaids room, and then the groom's room, and it was just like this small little thing for the grooves, this big thing for. She's like, what? Oh, I got it. And I was like, what do we got to do? There's nothing nothing big and humongous that we got to do, but just say, hey, we're ready.
Yep.
Which is fine.
Yep.
But it should be, it should be good. At least everything's there. It's not going to be hot. I hope. I mean, that is a lot of body heat, but.
As long as it's not doing anything crazy, it shouldn't be too hot.
No, I don't think so. Maybe it'd be one of those days where it's actually like 50 or 60 out and we can take a picture outside or two. If not, all the pictures will be taken in certain spots inside, which I'm fine with.
Maybe it'll be snowing. You can have snow pictures. That'd be awesome.
That would be. They do have a new like nice big window, so if it was snowing outside, we'd be able to see it. We can still take a picture inside, just with the background of the snow, which I'm fine with. We're not looking for any. Whatever you thought was elegant at the last wedding will probably not happen at this one. I'll say that.
I will say we're talking about the alpha camera.
I don't know why. I mean, whatever the concept of like pure elegance or what a typical wedding should be like, ooh, it should be this, it should be, you know, we should have like certain things for the bride or the groom. It's probably not going to happen.
We'll see.
I can guarantee it.
That's something I'm not gonna discuss on camera.
Why would you? That doesn't make any sense.
It does make sense.
What's the concept of elegance for a wedding? Like a general wedding?
I don't know. I haven't even been to like one wedding. I don't know.
I mean, you've only been to one?
Okay, maybe two.
Technically, you were in one, so that does count as one. If you need help trying to remember, look at your finger.
That's something we will.
That's a wedding, so that counts one.
That doesn't.
And then
count.
the one the previous. But come on, I mean, even if you got to generalize it to like movies and shit like that, they always make it to be like this elegant type thing. You got to have something there. Or it looks a little too bougie and shit, or it's got to be so expensive and outrageous that it's just like, ooh, yay! But then it becomes like cookie cutter, and it's just like, yeah, okay, cool.
Again, that mine doesn't count because.
Yeah, we know yours does it, but I'm just talking about the general concept of, you know, a wedding. You'd see it on the movies or whatever, and it's like doves and shit and whatever. People try to recreate it or some bullshit, and it's just like, eh.
I don't count movies.
I mean, the last couple of weddings I've been to, they were not including the last couple, but let's say before pandemic, they were cookie cutters type of shit. You knew what you had to do. You bring your little card or whatever, your gift, you put it down, you dance for a little bit, blah, 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 and everybody dips. Nah, I don't want that.
Okay. If you say so.
What the fuck? You've never been to another wedding?
Hey, man, at least you got gifts. That's all I'm going to say. At least you got gifts.
I mean, I don't even know. We don't have a registry or anything for gifts. We already have a house together with all kinds of shit. What are people going to give us?
Cash, motherfucker. Cash.
I know that's the best. That's a good gift.
Okay. You're missing the point there. But yeah.
I know, but I mean, still, it's a good gift. Yeah. But I just don't want a typical wedding out there. That's all. I want something unique. And planning this right now, it's going to be unique. It'll be there'll be some surprises that even you don't know about.
Well, considering I know absolutely nothing.
There you go. See? Boom. Perfect. You got what we there. I'll give you that first surprise. You know nothing. There.
People ask you questions. I don't know. Nobody tells me anything. Like, aren't you the best man?
I mean, shoot, we still haven't we haven't finalized like exactly the order and shit like that or what's going down. We got a generalized idea of everything, but we're still trying to figure it out.
People look at me and go, "Aren't you the best man?" I'm like, "Yep."
Mm-hmm.
So you know
Look,
nothing.
the only thing
I'm
that
like, have you met
need
Cripple?
to, the only big thing that you need to worry about is bachelor party. That's pretty much it for the moment.
Like I said, people actually question me. I don't
For the
know.
moment.
I don't know. I don't know.
What did I just say? That's the only thing that you really have to sit there and go like, what should we do? That's pretty much it for the moment. Because once we get closer to it, and then the venue and then stuff to do, that's when it would probably come out. So I'd say probably by the end of July, you should know at least what we're doing for that day, how timetable, stuff like that, what's popping off and when.
You are a last minute kind of guy. I do get that.
No, not for this one is not a last minute type of thing. I needed to have it planned out and contingencies just in case. Just in case something. I know there'll be some type of variable that pops up, something that just makes it go weird, and I just gotta send it right back to plan.
Kingdom come, man. Go to Kingdom come. Kingdom come.
But
Ask Superman, he knows.
huh?
Ask Superman, he knows.
Staring at your ball again?
Yeah. I hate cameras. Cameras are always got everything flipped. I haven't figured out how to deal with the flipness of a camera.
You could I can fix it. I did on the last one.
There we go. There you go. See, you know the best part about this is? This is just funny. Watching me trying to point to something.
I mean, like, see, desks over there. It's great.
You mean for you, green screen over there.
Hey, according to everybody, hey, that's desks over there, back there. I mean, hey, it's just. Whew.
I can actually sit down and touch my stuff. Can you?
I mean, if it was really, really on a low volume, if anybody was listening, it would sound like you just said you wanted to touch yourself, but you roll with it, man.
Don't
trying to look like the Undertaker, or
I'm just showing off the greatness of this new White Sox hat. That's all.
I mean, because like you got the White Sox hat on, but then you got the glare from the screen on your glasses, so it gives you like a purple like ish type thing, and it just makes you want to look at the purple part, not the hat.
I can fix that too.
Now you look like you're fucking asleep, so that'll help with everybody looking around like, hey, so it's a one-sided conversation today. We're trying to figure out how long he's going to stay asleep.
The whole show.
Hope not.
The whole show.
Hope not.
It's hot. It's hot in here.
Oh. It's actually quite nice in here, so I'm good. No background noise for this one.
Oh, did you make the missus leave?
No, actually, she is. Actually, I don't know what she did. They're doing something over there. I don't know what they're doing.
Hammering something, probably.
No, that's outside. They're fixing the fence.
Oh, okay.
Out there, so that I can't really do too much about that. That's got to fix a fence.
No, that's fine. It just eliminates your no background noise.
Well, I meant more of the background noise of like an air conditioner or something, because last time it was fucking loud. This one, yeah. I don't care about a hammer. I can't do nothing about it. However, the damage from that, at least the winds from that tornado were fun. That was cute. It hit about, I think Willow Springs was the closest for us.
Okay, I thought it was Worth, but okay.
Yeah. No, they said it was really, really bad winds, but it's something touched down in Willow Springs. We know for sure Woodridge and them, but Jesus, that freaking alarm woke us the hell up at like 11:35. We're like, what the hell is that noise? And just like, oh shit, there goes the tornado alarm too. And we hear it, and we're just like, ooh. And then we look outside and we're like, wow, that's those winds look really bad.
Kind of makes you want to stand out there, don't it?
Yeah, well, it can. I just want to open the front door. I look like, wow, this is some messed up. Like, holy shit! There's tree branches flying all over the place. We had a couple of them fall, and then we're just like, I don't know why, but most of the tree branches fell in the fucking street. Like, really not on people's lawns, but they just fell right in the street.
Well, that just means it broke off from the part by the street.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, but there's other trees around, and we're just looking around like, wow, there's one there, there's one there. Maybe a couple little branches and stuff, but nothing too huge. Most of the big ones fell in the street, and you're just like, wow, if this was the city, a lot of cars would have got fucked up because they'd be parked on the street, and they would have got messed up.
Yeah.
But there was so much. There was just so much crap all over the place. And then looking outside was just like,
yeah, all
kinds of things. I seen one of the I think what was one of the ring videos from Woodridge, and you just seemed like just shit just going gone. And I'm just going, wow, they really do leave their propane tanks out there with their grills. Ooh. I was just waiting for that grill to like hit something and explode. Because the grill it was just sitting there, and then it just went boom, gone. Like that thing just fucking took it. And I'm going, holy shit.
I mean, the sparks would have to be really bad for it to actually to explode.
Depending on what it hit. But let's say it hits the side of a house or something, or a car. Holy shit.
Again, if there have to be sparks, though.
Yeah, there would.
There have to be sparks.
There would. But man, that was
most cars nowadays are not metal, so the odds of there being actual sparks for that are very low. And a house is mostly wood or brick, so it's another one where it's very low sparks.
Could be that one day where it hits a fucking old ass Chevy.
Now, if it hit a fence, you might get a boom.
Yeah. But I mean, the video is just right there, and you're just like, you just see shit going like, boom, 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 like, oh wow. And they said 100 miles an hour, and we're just like, yeah, you pick up a freaking grill and it's gone. Yep. I know some lady around here was asking, they were posting it up like, hey, I'm missing a chair. Did you guys find a chair?
It's gone, lady. Let it go.
Yeah, it's gone.
Just be Elsa.
Yep.
Let it go.
Yeah, just be happy you got your shit's still there, because it could be the rest of them. Go buy another one to complete the set and call it a day.
But or just buy a brand new set and call it a day.
I mean, at the most here, shoot, it just moved around the leaves and shit. Kind of happy for that.
Happened, so.
Yeah, wow. I was just sitting there trying to think what a tornado actually touched down. Like, okay. Didn't think we would ever get one this high up, but I guess so. Same thing. Didn't we have like an earthquake, or it was further down in Illinois, right? An earthquake? He said some type of tremor happened. Yeah.
Maybe very, very south, but.
Yeah, it was still south, but it was in Illinois. And I'm just like, what? How?
It's possible. It is possible.
Yeah, it's possible. I'll give it that. Yeah, it's possible, but just wow.
It all depends on what plates are moving at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but
hey, man, have you seen Loki?
Which one? The third? Haven't watched the third. Haven't watched today's episode yet, but the last one, yeah.
We already talked about last one, so that's we'll wait till next time to talk about.
Yeah, I haven't saw this one yet.
Oh man.
Well, we usually watch it on that day on Wednesday, but we'll end up watching it tomorrow, so be able to talk about it next week for it.
Yeah,
but
we'll see.
Did you see the picture of Michael Keaton on set for The Flash?
Yeah, it looks okay.
Yeah.
Do you see Supergirl's costume?
Well, she's supposed to be the daughter, so it's just like, okay, whatever.
Daughter of who?
Superman.
Oh, they're going with that storyline. Okay.
Yeah, they're going with that storyline because I was
that's a Frank Miller Batman, Superman, where him and Wonder Woman have kids.
Yeah, no, it's Superman and Lois. At least that's what they said from the on-set thing, but I don't trust. I
don't trust.
I believe, yeah, but it's supposed to be Superman's daughter, not the cousin. But then again, depends on where they're going with this one.
I mean, either one works. Like, how many iterations of Superboy are there? There's the clone Superboy. There's the young Clark Kent Superboy. Mm-hmm. There's the son of Superman, Jonathan Kent's Superboy. So it just depends how they want to take it.
I did see a lot of people making fun of her abs.
That costume did look weird. I was like,
yeah, they were like, abs don't look like that. Maybe just put some more thought into it, or something, because it was just like, it just looked fun. It just looked weird and funny, just the outlining of it was misplaced or something, and it was just like, no.
Here's the thing, though. Like, we're looking at it. We're looking at bad set photos. That's what we're looking at.
Yeah.
Like, if it looks like that in the movie, then it's like, whoa, do something with that. But we don't know what kind of post-production CGI they're doing on that costume.
True.
So the fact that we judge these things without actually seeing the full product, does kind of, you can't really do that now, can you?
Yeah, hopefully at that time that they do fix it, because it's just, hopefully it's a post-production thing. If not, then I think it's going to be I think if it looks somewhat like that and they don't fix it at all, I think it's going to turn into an awesome ass meme.
Hey, she has deformed abs. That's fine.
Yeah, that's it.
That's what happened. Her abs are deformed. That's all it is. Don't make fun of people that are deformed. How dare you? Don't body shaming here.
So they gave him a wig just to give him that extra hair there, just to keep him in line with the 87, with the 89.
Yes.
Here's
my question, though. Will there be a Terry McGinnis? I'm down for that.
I mean, I'm wondering how long they're gonna make this freaking movie. Because if Warner Brothers is gonna be time constraining, it's gonna fuck it up. If they let it just run with it and give it like 2.5 hours, I think it'll run, because there's so much stuff they're trying to cram into it.
Here's the thing: people complain about time constraints. That was for Zack Snyder, because that dude makes really long movies.
However, well, look at Aquaman. It was a long ass movie.
That's James Wan. That's not Zack Snyder.
Still a long ass movie, because they got a lot of shit to put in there. Same thing with the Flash. We already know they're putting a lot of shit in there.
Yeah, it's going to be they're resetting the entire DC film universe, so it's going to be a lot of different things. I'm just saying, like, we're people who like to make 3 to 4 hour movies. You kind of got to put them on time constraint, because they overdo it.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're gonna, well, I guess with the Flash, since people know the general idea of him and his story, you don't really need to tell too much. But still, they haven't really explained everything about him in the DCEU.
They don't need to. At this point, they really need to. If they're going to reset everything, you don't really need to go that far into it. Just do what you need to, and then reset it, and then call it a day. That's all you can do. That's literally all you can do.
Yeah, I guess so. With that, yeah. But I do like seeing Michael Keaton back in it, and it looks pretty interesting.
There are rumors, these are just rumors, that he's going to be in a couple more Batman movies after this.
That wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah.
The easiest one to be is just Batman Beyond it and call it a day. That would be.
You could do Batman Beyond, or you can go back into the most recent comics and just extend it from there. Where it's his son, or his because he has a whole entire Bat family now. So, the Batman Beyond storylines don't really fit into the newer ideal of what Batman is. Batman Incorporated, I should say.
Well, I mean, it just since we don't really know which way they're going with it.
Yeah. Although I honestly would love to see Terry McGinnis be worked into the entire Batman, like back into like the entire Batman mythology of him taking on a new protege sort of thing, becoming the new Batman type of thing at his older age. I know he have his son and his 4 sons. He has his Batgirl. His cousin Batwoman will be way too old by then. You got Batwing. You have why am I blanking out? There's an entire bunch of new people though. One of them's a metahuman, but I can't remember their names. I can't remember all their names. So the 2 new characters, there's 2 new of a characters for me to remember their names. But there's so many different ways you can go with that now. So
I mean, they're gonna play. They're gonna at least mess around with it with Robert Pattinson and see how they're going. But that's like a separate.
Yeah, right now it's a separate universe. So
yeah, it's a separate universe, which is fine. Keep it separate. That's cool.
Or if not a separate universe, it's a separate timeline. So,
well, I think they'll move forward if it actually hits and it's decent. If it's not, I think they'll just be like, well, it's in a separate universe by itself. We'll just leave it there.
I mean, yeah, because it's like Batman in year 2. You know what I mean? It's year 2 Batman, so you can't have him be with the Flash and them now because he'll be too young. So, I mean, they decide to age him up a little bit, then yeah, that could work more in what they're doing. Because the way Matthew Reeves explains it is, this isn't the biggest tactician ever. Like, he's still just the greatest detective. This is before he has contingency plans, contingency plans. So he's not that Batman yet.
So year 2, still learning.
Yeah. I want to say learning, more shaping himself to be the iconic.
Just trying to piece everything together and get it all down before I could be like, yep, I'm just Batman.
Yeah. There's just things that have to happen before he realizes I need a plan for everything.
Mm-hmm. I'm hoping I want to give it some type of hope, but I don't know. Like I don't know. Wait till it comes out. Hopefully it's decent. If not, then let it just sit in its other universe and just keep on moving wherever whatever they're trying to do with this. I don't know.
It's like that Joker movie. It doesn't need to be part of anything. Just leave it by itself.
Leave it by itself. I don't think they need to push it in.
Don't incorporate it into anything. We don't need it.
Yeah, just leave it by itself. Let it do it by itself, and then I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, have you seen the new Miles Morales Captain America uniform?
I saw. I read it for a second, and I was just like, "Oh, well, cool." So now he's going to be Cap. Looks a bit futuristic.
Possibly.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it.
I'm not gonna lie. I love that they're using his Puerto Rican heritage as part of the design for his costume. If you see the star, like you see the
I seen the star.
The blue triangle, and then I found that to be very kind of like, oh, they're going into his heritage, like his part of his heritage, and so I'm very happy to see that, like to see that part of it being embraced and as that being part of my roots. It's like, hey, we finally got some kind of representation of superheroes. I mean, the last one we had was White Tiger. And he's not very prominent to like comics or TV shows right now. So
no.
hey,
nobody no. That's like a C or D list character. So
I'll put him in a D or E list character.
Yeah.
Him and his daughter, the one who took over his mantle. I would love to see. I would love to see them come to prominence and be like, in the forefront for a little while. So, but it is what it is. You don't always get what you want.
Fine.
So,
it's nice that they're putting a different spin on it. They're putting some more. I think they're at least they're using the heritage part of it, so that way, poof, it'll be something different instead of just slapping here. You go, poof, your cap. Let's call it a day.
Yeah.
No, they're giving it something different. Hopefully, it goes in a different direction, so that because it's going to spin off. It's going to spin something new anyway.
Yeah, it's a temporary, it's a temporary situation for the moment. He's going to end up giving it up to either back to Sam or to the next version of Captain America, wherever that may be.
Yeah, whoever that is.
So we'll see. I just like the temporary look of it and just that kind of symbolism.
I think it'd be okay if it ran for a few. Yeah. Ran for quite a few. Keep it going, and if people actually enjoy where it's going, just keep pushing it, and don't just say, you know what, we were only trying to do just a limited run, but if people are enjoying it, saying, hey, we'd like to see more, then push it a little further, because it's not like it's gonna fall in his lap again.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's a great thing to do. It's a great look. It's fantastic. But the fact that he's Spider-Man, they're not gonna let him hold that Captain America mantle for too long. They're either gonna give it to another character to bring up another character, or just create something brand new to be like, hey, this is the next one. And like I said, it might go back to Sam. He was a fantastic one. His suit was fantastic, and it all. So I mean, I see what they do with it. I mean, Bucky had it for a little bit, but he didn't hold it for too long.
No, he didn't hold it for too long. But
so,
I mean, it'd be nice to see. Hopefully, but I did see the costume for a quick second, and like I said, it just looked futuristic, but it did look cool because it was just like, okay, cool. They're gonna go in that direction with it. I'm okay with it. It's nothing too outrageous, but it's there.
It looks fantastic. I think I'm gonna start picking up those books just to see, just to have a couple of those for a while, just because. Yeah. Those look fantastic. Those do look fantastic too.
Shoot.
Like, and again, just to see him embracing both sides of his heritage is even better. So,
and it just hits you in a very, very certain way, right?
Yeah, it's the exact same way that Miguel O'Hare hits my nephew. Like my nephew loves Spider-Man 2099, with Miguel O'Hare, the Mexican Spider-Man. Like, he loves that one. The half Mexican, half Irish Spider-Man from 2099. Like, so it just sometimes you just something about those characters hit you in a way you're like, ooh, yes. So,
well, they did create a new character for one of the games in part. It's part with Marvel, so she will be canon in some fashion. I'm just not sure how they're going to do it.
Ooh, who's this character?
The name pissed us off, but whatever. Her in-game name is Kestrel. Her real name is Sybil Tan. Okay. She is actually one of the founders of S.H.I.E.L.D., who accidentally kind of got lost in the multiverse.
Okay, that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it's very, very. I mean, they said that they were that they were creating a new character, and that Marvel wanted it to be canon, so they're going to make it part. They're going to make it. She's canon, just some fashion. So they put her out, and it's just like, okay. Because I know it got leaked for a second that Kestrel was coming to the game, but we thought it was Kestrel, the fucker that actually pops in and out everywhere, just like Nightcrawler. That's what we were assuming. No, and then a leak thing came out with it of like the general look of how she looks, and she kind of looks like shield, not a. I want to say like a. I really don't want to say that. That would be so rude. I want to say like a really, really. I want to say shield-looking version of Vulture.
Is she a bad guy now?
No. Well,
Okay.
she's a founding member of S.H.I.E.L.D., so she was trying to do something to jump to help with some part, I guess. She was trying to figure out how to jump into different dimensions, and she kind of got lost.
Okay.
And since she got lost in the microverse, she came back. Time didn't really pass too much for her. So she got lost back in the day, and now she's back here decades later, and it's just like, okay, cool. So how are you going to weave this into how are you going to weave it into like canon? So I think they're going to start releasing her into the comics soon.
Okay. I mean, you can do it. It's possible. It's just hard for me to say. I have no idea what she looked like, except for some chick with wings, apparently.
Yeah.
Is she human or is she?
No, she's human. She's actually Asian American.
Oh, okay.
So she's Asian American. They put her into there. It's just the way she looks. It's just like she kind of looks like they just took Vulture, shielded it up a little bit, gave her a nice, cool looking helmet, and called it a day. And I was just like, okay. I mean, Marvel does tend to use some of the same stuff over and over again, but
I mean, that could just be the look of the game, just because it was easier to do a skin than it was to.
True. I mean, they did a couple videos with her and stuff like that, and it was just it was but there's a link for it, so at least you could see what she looks like. So at least you got an idea of what it is. It's just it looks like a weird, just this, I don't know, it just looks like Vulture or something like that. And it's just like, oh, it didn't really look too original. Like, where's the big originality with it? If I had to, damn, you don't really watch them. I'm pretty sure you have no idea about the Red Angel from Star Trek. So,
unfortunately, I do not. So
yeah,
I'm clicking on this, and there's nothing on this page, dude.
Huh?
It says under. It's under.
Oh shoot, my bad. It took out the end part of that link. I don't know why.
Oh, okay.
That whole thing is supposed to be one long thing. I don't know why it's taking it out.
Okay, that's fine.
It's taking it out.
No,
I'd say just literally just type in the.
No, just
type in Sybil Tan. It should pop her up.
It didn't. It did not at all.
Oh.
That's why I was like. That's why I was a little confused. Okay, this is. I don't really see in these pictures. I don't really see the hawk thing. I do see like the bird stylus of it, but I don't really see. I don't see Falcon. I don't see Vulture. I'll say it like that. She does look like she's in a.
It's like a mechanized suit or whatever.
She looks like she belongs in Gundam. I'll say that.
Yeah, I'll give her that. Yeah, I'll give her that one.
She looks like she belongs in Gundam. That's what she looks like. Am I wrong?
There's been so many criticisms about the look. Beside, the suit part, it's just been like, but then they're like, well, okay, like we know that they were going to create a character, but they didn't really state that it was Marvel giving the whole big thing about it. So like this came out long time ago, but then they finally said, yeah, Marvel's the reason they're holding up is because Marvel has to approve the whole thing.
Yeah,
it's got to go through Marvel, and it's like, okay, so now we know why it's taking forever. But then when the character came out, it's just like, well, it kind of looks like Vulture that's in the game. They just switched her up a little bit.
Okay, I don't know.
Just like,
in the game, so.
But the backstory of it is just like, okay, cool. They got something. It sounds like an interesting character, and you could do a lot of stuff. But what the hell's she been doing? Or was it just like, the Ant-Man type of thing in the MCU where he was there just for a little bit of time? Out here, it was a shitload of time.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say it like this. She looks like she's from a Nintendo 64 game. Based on those pictures I saw. I'm hoping that game is.
Yeah, she actually does. The trailers, like, for her, whatever, because they give you like something. They usually do like it's not really in game. It's more like a whole video of them, but something about it. They do like highlight videos, and it's just them.
Okay.
So it's not really something in game. They're just showing you stuff. Like one video, they had Magneto, lifting up trucks and lifting up, mercenaries and stuff. That's not in the game. You could tell it looks like something they created, and it looked pretty cool to show you, hey, here's Magneto. But with Kestrel, it was just like, okay, cool. We need to know more about her, or we need to. I think they were expecting her to come out in the comics first, and then people be like, oh shit, she's coming to the game. We at least know who she is.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope they draw it better than they did in this game. Because then again, there's a good chance that this isn't her final actual appearance. It could just be a test appearance.
Well, for the game, that's her appearance. She's in it.
She's in the game, fully in the game?
Yeah, she's full blown in the game. She's in there. That's her appearance, and she is full. The bad part is that she's full. She is OP as fuck.
See, that's really hard for me to believe, because I'm like looking at her power set, and she's just a regular human.
She's in the game. She could be, and it's just it's a little. It's one of those where the moment you hear Silver Surfer coming into any game, what do you think? What do you think of his power level?
Well, he's OP.
Like 1 to 10.
He's a 10, honestly.
Okay.
Well, no. I think about he has to be like a 9. A 9.
8 or 9, somewhere up there, because he's pretty. There's a couple that are up. There's a couple up there that can just knock him on his ass.
Yeah,
but they're severely OP. But Silver Surfer, you go, holy shit, he's gonna come in. God, he's gonna do it, and he did. He came into the game. He is literally top 5 up there. Kestrel came in there, and she's kind of like right there, and it's kind of like unsettling, because it's like it's a brand new character, but it's just based on a suit. So it kind of just says, hey, you know what? Are you really better than Stark and them? Are you really better than some of the guard? Are you really better than some people out there that do use suits from back in the day? Well, and you're just showing up now.
Okay, hold on. She's been lost in the.
She's been lost in the multiverse, right? For a little bit, but it hasn't been as long for her as it been for Earth. Well, in the game, I think it's like Earth. I think 70, 60 or something. They put a number. I can't remember. It's not 616, but it's
Earth's TRN 670.
Yeah, there you go. So that's the game's Earth. So that the timeline for it, she was there like 70s or 80s or something. She got lost in it, and then poof, came back. So she hasn't really aged that much. She's been somewhere, but she hasn't been somewhere for long.
Well, based on what you sent me, it says she's in a modified ectosuit. So depending on where she went to, she could have had it modified by somebody like Tony Stark.
Yeah, she could have had some modifications.
Or Ironheart or Shuri. You know what I mean? One of those people could have modified it for her. So it's not necessarily like, so we don't know where she went. You don't know where she came from. So it could be anything.
Yeah, they haven't. they haven't revealed too much, but it was more like, okay, if you could be you could be pretty damn good, yes, but Silver Surfer level, nah, no way.
I don't think the wings and the talons were part of the suit. I think that's what was modified to add to it. So who knows what else they did. That suit does not look like a 1970s suit. That looks like a more
Right?
modern day.
It doesn't look like she just gone. And it was just like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, now she's back. And it's just, okay, cool.
That's what I'm saying. So it's a good chance that it's not. Yeah. I don't know. We need more backstory to find out what's going on with her.
Yeah. But I mean, like, I think, like we both said, if you think of Silver Surfer, it's a big, that's a OP character. You know he's gonna do some next level shit. It does. This one came out and it was just like, no, yeah. not for a brand new character that literally just jumped a couple timelines and maybe was in a couple of different universes. Great, but no. And it's just like, okay, you brought out you could bring Doom into the game, and you literally think, okay, Doom, power level wise, I want to say 7 or 8.
Yeah,
he's not as powerful as Surfer, but he's up there.
Yeah, but you can't make him too powerful because you got to have.
Yeah, you can't make him too powerful, but he's not. But when you think about him, you're just like, yeah, he's pretty damn much up there. I would say his intelligence is more up there than his power level.
Yeah.
His intelligence his intelligence is what makes him OP.
Yeah, he is more intelligent than Doctor Strange. So.
Yep.
So yeah, I see that. I mean, I get it. I get where you're frustrated. I get what the frustration is all about. But until we know more about where she's been or who she really is, we don't. You never know. They might nerf her later. They might just nerf her. So
yeah, they usually don't nerf them, but it's more like I'm ready. I want to see how she fits into canon, and then see. All right, cool. Because then, all right, cool. I'm cool with it. It's just like great, and it's just like, usually they tend to put characters in the comics. Either they slowly build them up, or they give them a good story really quick and give them their own set, and then you're kind of like, all right, they're gonna mix them in there somehow. And if I had to say it, this is probably the one game I don't think Marvel has. I don't want to say an interest in, but I think they do, or I don't know. It just feels weird.
I think when it comes to gaming, they have a limited attention span. Because unless it's being made directly from their studios.
I think if it's directly made from them, it's just like, because like I've seen some of the stuff from the actual Marvel Avengers game, and I was like, yeah, I don't know if I want to play that.
That's a licensed game. That's not a Marvel made game. So
yeah, I know.
That's why all the characters look different, because they couldn't get the licensing for like Robert Downey Jr. or Chris Evans or Scarlett Johansson or.
I remember when they released that first trailer for it, and people were expecting it, and then it didn't happen, and they were like, "Wow, Captain America doesn't even look anything like." But they were like, "It's not really about them. It's Avengers game, so." Yeah. And the closest thing they got were some of the skins from like, Iron Man 3 or Iron Man 2. And people were like, yay, but it's still not, it doesn't really sound like Thor or the one. Well, go watch the cartoon or something. Maybe you'll hear hear Thor's voice in there, and he sounds a little bit more closer to what the game is, but
Let's say, like, when it comes to like the way the characters look, is this based off the comics or is it based off the movies? Like, that's another thing I look at.
If it's based off the comics, I'm pretty good. I would. Comics are great. They could do some of the cartoons. They're decent.
Yeah, I mean, the movies are fantastic. The movies are great. But I will say, it doesn't always need to. It's not every Marvel thing is based off of every movie. Like, they have comic books and TV shows and cartoons, and so there's a multitude of things that they have that they can license.
Like just make a movie based on some of the X-Men cartoons from back in the 90s?
That's possible. But here's the thing, though. In that particular situation, that would be a Marvel direct creation.
But that would be just do what they because shit, that cartoon was amazing.
It was.
I could watch those. I could watch those over and over. That shit's amazing.
Yes, I can.
And it's just like, oh my god, if you haven't seen it, go watch it, because they literally do it right.
Yes, they do.
They do it right, and it's just like, wow, they really. This is what Phoenix should be doing. This is what Dark Phoenix should be doing.
That's what Apocalypse should be doing.
Apocalypse does not die.
I mean, he can die, but he does not die.
But he does not die.
The fact that they didn't even have the coffin, I was like, come on, man.
Yeah.
I did not have his regeneration coffin. Like, come on. He's an Omega level mutant, but he gets taken out like a punk, whatever.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, and the fact that it was just like, all right, so we need to figure out how to bring Phoenix into it. Oh, let's have Phoenix pop out of nowhere and kill Apocalypse. Like, okay, I could understand them going head to head.
I could see them fighting each other to the point where it's a standstill.
Yeah, it's a stand.
There's no way.
I don't see either of them dying.
Yeah, no.
But no, and then and then you're only letting Apocalypse change his side in a dream, or like in the mind little sense, or wherever they were. Like, no, Apocalypse can change his form at any fucking time.
This is a guy that knows how to give people mutant powers. Like, he knows how to activate the mutant gene in people. Come on.
That's. Oof. It's just, I think if they made it right, and they made it just I won't say exactly like it, because you can't really, but close enough to it, it would be great. Don't change nothing about. Try not to change too much of the form of the freaking Sentinels. I know everybody wants. They changed it up, and it just looked weird in the movies a little bit, because it was like, they really just looked like oversized, like just play toys. They didn't really look too menacing.
Well, they didn't have the budget for it. Let's be honest. Like, for them, that CGI work was they had more CGI work than they had CGI budget. That's what that was.
Yeah.
Or they definitely
could have even for the future scene, they could have had just literally all the CGI into one Sentinel, because that's literally what it took. What it took anyway.
Yeah.
Which is one Sentinel coming after them. That was just going after their powers anyway, that had most of their powers, and just kick ass.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the last scene of the last set of like Black Panther when Black Panther's fighting the Killmonger.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they ran out of time. They didn't have enough time to finish all the CGI work. That's why it looks so not as good as the movie.
Yeah, it looked great up until that point.
Yeah, but I mean, it's you know how this stuff is, man. You need time to do all this stuff. Like, you're not going to get like the best work in the least amount of time. Like, you just gotta plan better. You gotta plan it out better. It's work. It's not magic. You know what I mean?
They got time now, and it seems to be doing pretty damn good. CGI for the most part in the last 3 shows seem to be okay. If any of the CGI is messed up in Black Widow, I'm just gonna be like, you guys suck.
There shouldn't be a lot of CGI in Black Widow.
Are you fucking kidding me?
There shouldn't be too much. Not as much as it would be in a Doctor Strange movie.
No.
Not as much as it would be in.
But I mean, like, at least the detail of it to where it shouldn't look like they're not there wherever they're at, or wherever they're falling from, or flying from point A to point B, swinging from. It should look 90 to 95% there. Not like where you're looking at it and going, well, they kind of, I'm
gonna say it again. The level of CGI for Black Widow is nowhere near compared to most movies, and I don't think so. It shouldn't be too bad. It shouldn't be like.
I'm saying that, hey, COVID gave you a shitload more extra post-production time. Shit should not be messed up.
I agree with you. I'm just
like you got a lot of post-production time. We shouldn't see a goddamn worker in the background looking at you while you're trying to do something.
I am not even going to dignify that with a response.
Why? Because it was a shot at Star Wars?
Yes.
I mean, it happened.
That wasn't that okay.
It was hilarious because nobody was like, oh my God, the scene's ruined. No, they kept playing it back and back and back. Like, oh shit, that motherfucker's standing right there.
Well, they went back and they CGI'd him out. So.
But it was hilarious when someone found it and you're just like, okay, well, I guess you didn't get the memo to get the hell off fucking set. Just stand there and just watch.
Again, that's on the director and the cinematographer.
Mm-hmm.
Because they told him, "Hey, you stand here. Make sure nothing falls," and they didn't make sure he was not in the camera. So that's on them. That's on them. That's on them.
You know what? It's goofs like that are cool. Yeah, it really is.
They're fantastic. They're funny. They're funny.
They're funny as hell, and it's just like, oh, I didn't really notice it. Somebody did, but I didn't really notice it.
Yeah. All right.
At least they're starting to use the what is that whole I can't remember what they call it. It's not green screen anymore. It's called that moving that thing
is awesome.
That I think that's going to change. That's really, dude. Some of that stuff from The Mandalorian is just like, wow, they're not on set or green screen anywhere, and it looks fan-fucking-tastic.
Yeah, I mean, some of it, they are outside. They are like in nature filming.
They're out there getting at least the sunlight part of it, because I know they built the thing around certain parts of outside, but they wanted lighting from out there. But like some of that was never there. It's just it looks great on that screen, and it looked great with them moving it around because it just adjusted to where they were going.
I mean, that's the best part of it. Like it's in the scene. Without it being there, like you can see the stuff on the screen, so it makes it a lot easier to visualize what's going on. So,
well, I mean, their technology is utilizing it for, I think it was Doctor Strange 2.
The multiverse of madness.
Yeah. Oh shit. I'm hoping. I mean, the way it's looking, it looks like it's going to be Spider-Man versus the Sinister Six, which should be interesting.
It might be 3 Spider-Man versus.
I know, and I'm hoping it just they keep if Marvel does it right, they keep it as quiet as possible, except for the ones that already spoke, dumbasses. But still,
I'm going to say this hot take: people, it's going to upset people. Was not a fan of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. Not a fan. Didn't like those movies. I didn't like the first one. Did not like the second one. Did not like the third one. So,
I kind of liked the second. The only thing I liked was the second one was the battles between them. They looked pretty cool for the time. That looked pretty interesting. Yeah. As for Tobey Maguire, always looked older than he should have been. Yeah. And for that character, it felt like it was older than it should have been because it just like progressed too fast.
Yeah.
It was like shit. High school, college was like there, but not there. And then poof, he's in Daily Bugle. Okay.
Well, he was doing that in college.
Yeah.
So.
And it was just like, oh, he's moving really fucking fast.
I mean,
a kid.
That very first one where it was like you get all this like 3/4 of the movie is his backstory, and then like the last bit of it is like, hey, he meets Green Goblin, now it's personal, now he's dead. Like I was like, what the frick is this? Like it was just so fast. That last bit was just like boom, 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 boom. It's like you meet him one time and now it's personal.
Mm-hmm.
Like why is it so personal? All this, like, what makes this personal? It's like you know what I mean? Did he step on your Nikes? Like What the hell?
I will admit, even though it wasn't the best push for it, Willem Dafoe nailed it. He's just his. I like the way you just felt like you knew he was going to do some bad shit just by his face.
Dude, it's Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
That dude can play any role. Have you not seen Boondock Saints?
Yes, I have. He can play any goddamn role. I would really like him to. I would really like him to play the Joker.
I don't know. I think it might be past that part.
I really would like it. I could see it. I could see that smile on it. I think it just could be. I think it would work.
I don't know. It's just it's been hyped up for so long. It might be disappointing at this point.
Well, we're gonna see him again. We're gonna see Doc Ock. We're gonna see Electro, and whoever the others are.
Well, he's rumored. There's no confirmation that he's in it.
Who?
Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, but
it's not like Andrew Garfield, who like I'm not in that movie, but then you see his stunt double hanging out with Tom Holland.
that was funny. Like, come on, man. But then again, I could, if they weren't going to bring him and they were just going to leave it in there as a thing, I'd bring him on set just to fuck with people, just to throw people off. It would be, it could be an interesting tactic because there's so much hype around this film that, because what's his face? Alfred Molina already said it, that he was there and he did his stuff. And it's just like, okay, were you supposed to?
But he said he when they said, oh, you're the Tobey Maguire's person, he's like, no, I'm this universe version of it. Mm-hmm. Like I'm playing Doc Ock again, but I'm this universe Doc Ock.
Yeah, he's this one.
I'm not reprising my role from the other versions. This is a completely new character for me.
But didn't he say something about like, yeah, I'm gonna play this one, but I can't really do exactly what I did back then in terms of moving around and doing the whole Doc Ock stuff because I'm not in that shape that I was like 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah. Although he was fantastic in Angie Tribeca. Have you ever seen that show?
No, I haven't.
That's a comic spoof of a procedural. It's it's starting Rashida Jones and what's that one white guy's name? Anyways, not a point. But like he's in it, and he's fantastic in it. He's comedic gold. I will say that. Some of the crazy stuff he does in this show is hilarious.
Well, it looks like he can play it. He's got a good range, so
yeah, he has great range. So, I mean, and Jamie Foxx is going to be in this one playing Electro. But again, he said not the same Electro, playing a different.
Yeah, it's not the same Electro. It'll probably be from either different universes or something where they got him, and this is going to be nuts.
Yeah,
I could see him leaning towards Doctor Strange helping him and just wiping everybody's memory like he did in the comics.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what else. The question is, will they bring in Scorpion and Vulture?
Scorpion's in it. I mean, he's in the universe. We already know that.
Yes, we've seen him.
No Vulture's in the universe too, or somewhere. So maybe they're holding. They're probably just saying, "Hey, you know what? We're going to keep it as much under wraps as we can." Because if they're doing something where, I don't know, they could do a lot. Marvel's able to do a lot in a building and keep everybody out of it that don't need to be around and just poof, throw it in, which would be great because then it would really, really, really. This is one movie that they don't need to release in another country a week before everybody else.
Yeah, this is one of those simultaneous releases. Try to release it if you can.
Yeah,
in as many places on the same day. Like just.
Yep. That way it holds off a lot of spoilers from it or anybody trying to stay off from it. Because Like I could see anybody that watches any of the Marvel movies early on, they usually have to sign something, so they can't say too much.
Yeah,
they can only say certain things, even on social media, like, "Hey, it was great," but everywhere, nope, you can't say that.
Have you heard this rumor that Sony is courting Zack Snyder for a Spider-Man film?
I heard Zack Snyder they were trying to do something with him. Sony was trying to get him to go to that side, but I could see him possibly.
I can't see him doing a Spider-Man film.
I could see him doing something else, maybe with whatever Sony projects they want to do with the characters that they got in the Spider-Man universe.
No,
but I don't know.
I just can't.
Well, it just depends on who they got, like, what, upwards of 1,000 characters.
I know. It's just
there's a lot that he could possibly use. I could see him using B, C, D list characters just to go out there and try to get these. I know Sony's going to try it because they got Spider-Man with the MCU at the moment, and they got a partnership, whatever. But they're still going to try to use whatever other characters that are out there.
I know, but here's my issue with that. Is his filming is always dark. He always wants to do dark and gritty. And it just I don't know if that works for Spider-Man very well. Because Spider-Man is because here's the thing with Spider-Man. Spider-Man is the whole point of Spider-Man is he's this dark and this character that is surrounded by dark and gritty, but he does everything in his power to be positive and to bring light into the world. All his stupid quips, all his like all these that he does, like no matter how bad things get him down, he's always trying to find the positives. I don't want to see a dark and gritty Spider-Man movie. That's what it comes out to. I don't want to see that, like.
What if it was a movie
brooding Spider-Man?
What if it was a movie just based on Norman Osborn?
I don't want to see that dark and gritty. I don't want to see dark colors. I don't want to see, low light. I don't want and when it comes to Spider-Man characters, I don't want to see it so I don't want to see it like Watchmen. I don't want to see it like the Batman series. I don't want to see it like we did with Superman. I don't want to see it like he did with Sucker Punch. Like I don't want to see it all these low lights 3-hour movie just because you're trying to stroke your own ego kind of situations. Just because you want to put in everything you want to put in and you want to change stuff around just for the attention. Like you want to do that with some other movie? Go do another movie. Go do whatever movie you want to do it with. Just stay out of Spider-Man.
Army of Darkness was pretty okay.
I haven't seen it. Wait, Army of Darkness.
Yeah, it's a.
I think you should see the movie because Army of Darkness is is an Evil Dead title.
Oh, my fault. Army of the Dead. My bad.
Army of the Dead. Okay, yeah.
There you go. Army of the Dead. I don't know why. Yeah, Army of the Dead. That was more.
I haven't seen it yet. I need to watch it.
Yeah, it was his take on it, and he didn't really. I don't know. Like you could tell it was his style, but then you could tell that he focused on something in there, but it wasn't like what he did in the previous, like what he did with Justice League or any of the DC. He wasn't doing anything with that. It was just this whole little twist on it, and it was okay, but you could tell that it was meant to be more.
Yeah, I heard things about unnecessary storylines and things like that.
It was different, but it was all right. I was okay with the outcome of it because I was not expecting that at all.
Okay.
Oh, it went in a direction where it was just like, oh, okay, cool. There's some, okay, cool. I was kind of expecting that, but then they threw a little bit more in there, and you're just like, oh shit. Okay, cool. They're going in that direction. That's pretty. I wasn't planning that.
I mean, if if Zack Snyder wants to do something different than what he normally gives us, if he wants to do like this bright kind of positive type of movie, I am all for him doing that and letting us see his range, to see him actually tell a story and not just give us great visuals. Is how I'll put that.
I think that's why Sony wants them, because some of their visuals aren't really that up to par.
Yeah, but if you have no storyline, like if you're a bad storyteller, and I don't want to say he's a bad storyteller, I think that's too harsh, but he's a better visual director than he is a story director. I will say it like that. Like he's good at visually telling a story better than he is with everything else, and that's my problem with him. It's not that he's a bad director; it's just that he focuses too much on like dark and gritty visuals, and it's like, dude, show some range, give us something else.
Well, I mean, we'll eventually see. I'm pretty stoked with Sam Raimi taking over for Doctor Strange, because they said they were going to go in one direction, but once he came on as director, they totally redid the script for it.
Well,
because I guess Scott Dickerson was going in some direction, but he couldn't do it, and so they gave Sam Raimi and said, "Hey, you go ahead and put your twist on it, and let's see where it goes."
I mean, from what I understand, they didn't like the other guy's direction. That's why they got rid of him.
Oh.
They're like, yeah, this ain't gonna work. We don't like this. So,
well, because I think
somebody to rewrite it.
Yeah, I think it was he wanted to go in a certain direction, but it wasn't following with like the continuity of where they wanted it, they wanted the whole world to go, and he was kind of like just branching off. And it's like, okay, probably would have worked before, maybe if Doctor Strange came out before all this, but no, they're trying to intertwine a whole bunch of stuff together and keep it going in a certain direction. He wasn't feeling it. Sam Raimi said, "Yeah, I'll run with it."
Yeah,
and I'd like to. I want to see where he. I want to see where he throws in Bruce Campbell's cameo. I want to see how he throws it in there.
Oh, it's coming in somewhere.
It's coming in some way. I just want to see how he throws it in there.
Yeah. You know what, dude? I think that's the first today. I think that's our show. I think we got good stuff going on. Tell people they can find you.
You can find me on YouTube or Twitch at ZerokoolGamer.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at ChiTownPyro. You should be able to find our stuff in the description below.
Yep.
Please like, subscribe, and leave comments. Let's see what you guys think.
Throw something at us. Throw something at us. If you like it, great. If you don't like it, great. Write it. Put it down there. We have no problem talking about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Just oh my god, dude. Every time. Wow, you just completely derailed my train. Holy cow.
Zack Snyder, I want to see chaos and dark stuff. He wants to be the positive one. Whatever. Put it down there. Let us know what's up.
Yeah, let us know what you think. If we mess something up, if we're like, hey, you're wrong about this, let us know. Like we're okay with listening to your opinions, because they're just opinions. They don't mean anything to us. We don't really care. But we're looking forward to see what you guys think. So with that, this is where we go. Say peace out.
Deuces.